All right, my name is Joshua Ben David. I'm coming to you from just outside of Departure Bay here in Nanaimo, and I'm talking about some visions, 7 open visions that the Lord gave me, that God gave me back in February of 1988. As you know, I left Victoria and I came into Nanaimo here. And when I came to Nanaimo, I was up in the spirit. I was in my body. I was up in my spirit. And what I saw, I was up there over top of Departure Bay and high enough where I could overlook all of Nanaimo. And I saw the roads going all the way back up Stewart and up the main drag, past McDonald's, all the way back there, just many cars wide with traffic lining up to leave the island. And I remember after I came back down into my body, when I came back down into my body, I was standing on board one of these brand new C-class ferries. Remember, this is 1988, and they weren't even made yet. And I can remember looking at the windows, and the windows were out like this, and everything seemed fresh. These new class ferries, they couldn't have been all that old. All I know that they still had the shine on them. I remember I came down back in my body, and I turned over here. I was on the port side, and I can remember looking over there to the gangplank that comes onto the ship, to the walking deck. So I was on that part of the ship, all right. And as you looked over here, you could see where the cars underneath, the loading deck underneath. And on this new type of ferry, I remember that you could actually walk from the port side to the starboard side on the outside of the without having to go inside and to go across. And all of a sudden, in my spirit, I knew that the water on the starboard side of the ship began to boil. And I remember that the water here is about 45, 50 feet deep at low tide, high tide, but around, say, 40, 50 feet deep. And to be able to handle these ferries. And I remember this creature. You're not going to believe this. But I've seen it. I've seen this creature come up on the other side, on the starboard side, and it was one of these Trianor T-Rexes, right? And he was huge. I mean, his head was as big as a Volvo or something like that. It was huge. It was a good 5 feet across, and you could lay on his tongue, and he would eat you like a person eating a hot dog, right? And he had eyes like this, and I mean, he was fierce looking, but I had no fear because I knew the Spirit of the Lord was with me. And I remember looking at his teeth and his, the fangs here, they're about that round and about this long. You get 3 feet long or so, not like the pictures you've seen in the museum and all that. This guy was a granddaddy, and I knew that he was released from the earthquake that happened on the west coast of the island, that he was trapped down there in the bottom of the ocean, and that God released him to come forth as a sign that the beast is about to rise up out of the sea. And according to the book of Revelations, there's going to be a beast, there's going to be a man that's going to rise up, that's going to come against the Christian believers. And I remember looking at this creature, and I had my hands out, and he bent down like this, and he was touching my hands. I was halfway across to the starboard side. I was touching his hands, and we were talking for about 10 minutes. I said, "You have to go back in the water because they're coming for you." And as this was happening, I remember looking over here, and I seen these people. They were taking pictures. And back in 1998, there wasn't such a thing as a cell phone that had cameras, right? And they were taking pictures, and word got out. I mean, word got out within a matter of minutes, and it just went crazy. And I seen people drop dead right on the deck. He dropped dead because of what they were seeing. Because they saw this creature, and the fear and the intensity of this creature, of this T-Rex creature, was so overpowering that if you did not have God in your heart, you're going to die. And I've seen number of people just drop down right now because they couldn't take it. Anyway, this is the end of the third vision. The fourth vision is when the C-class ferry was just getting into Horseshoe Bay in Vancouver, but the Lord said just to do 3 visions today. So I'll leave it at that. I'll leave the rest for another time. Thank you.